Hello and welcome to Easter Reflections, dubbed the Safari to Golgotha. A while back, we discussed about the first step, which was the great betrayal. And we looked at, or we saw how Judas betrayed Jesus with a kiss, which was premeditated. It was prearranged and preplanned together with the Jewish leaders. And immediately he was identified by the Jewish leaders. They took him away and they brought him before the governor, the Roman governor, Pontius Pilate, and they wanted him to be condemned. I see these people had a lot of jealousy and envy in them because after being asked by Pontius Pilate what mistake or what fault has, or what sin, what criminal activity has he engaged in, they said all the accusations that we are bringing, actually, we are not holding water before Pilate, because they were saying that he was, inciting rebellion. He was influencing people with bad teachings and things like that. And I see a work of envy here. And that is how, even in our day-to-day lives where we are, we find ourselves when the little time we succeed, the little things we do and we succeed with them, a growing business, a promotion at your place of work, recognition somewhere. You see people, you will still attract, as much as people will give you accolades and clap for you, there will still be a bunch of people who are haters, people who will hate on you, people who will not be happy because of your success, and they will be envious of you. And this is what we see in the journey of Jesus going to the cross. We see that he also attracted, as much as he had great influence, he had, commanded a great following, he also attracted a bunch of haters who hated him and wanted him dead. And so they take him before Pontius Pilate, where now they demanded that he be condemned, that he be crucified. And Pontius Pilate, after listening to them, he's wondering, what are these accusations about? I don't see anything really wrong with this man, that this man has done. But they shouted the more, we want him crucified. Pontius Pilate even told them, according to the Jewish tradition, there is always, during the festival of the Passover, we can release one prisoner for you. Can I release to you Jesus? And they said no. They even chose they chose a criminal over Jesus. Imagine that. They even said, let his blood be upon us. Because Pilate was about to, he actually said that my blood will not be upon this man, because I don't see anything wrong with him. But these men even cast themselves. They said, let his blood be upon us and our children. Can you see the extent to which jealousy can lead you to, where you get yourself to a place where you say, as long as he is dying, I don't care, let me die with him. Bora akufe, hata wacha nikufe na yeye. There are times we find ourselves among people who are like that they would rather die as they bring you down, And I pray that that would not be our portion. Jesus had a very big heart of forgiveness. It was in his presence all these exchanges were happening. He came for his own people, and these people are the ones who were accusing him, and they were condemning him and saying he must die. They crucified, there was an uproar. There was an uproar, and they insisted that he needed to be crucified. And there the condemnation was passed. And Pontius Pilate did not have any otherwise. He had to cave into their demands. And so Jesus was condemned. So he was not condemned by Pontius, he was condemned by you and I, because we don't see what he came to do for us. May we learn from this lesson. May we know that Jesus had to endure that condemnation so that we can have life, so that we can get to know who our God is, or who he is as our Savior. As we continue with the next step in the next series. See you then.